This Laker drama in the locker room, is this much ado about nothing?
No, Ryan, I don't think it is much ado about nothing for a simple reason is we already know there were rumors and rumblings swirling around Luke Walton before this, a week ago, before the Anthony Davis rumors came out. Jackie McMullen talked about the uneasy footing that Luke Walton has in Los Angeles, and a lot of that stems from, shockingly, not from LeBron James, although he's part of it, but above him, Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka. Remember, they didn't hire him. He was already there when they came on board, so he's not their guy. And there have been rumblings in Los Angeles that they're not really sold on him as being the steward for this Lakers team moving forward. The one thing that's saving him, Ryan, is that Jeanie Buss, the owner of the team, the buck stops with her, and she believes in Luke and she supports him, and that's really what's saving him. And, you know, the funny thing that I was talking with some of the producers on The Jump today is there's no such thing as a strong coach. Coaches are as strong as the organizational support behind them. And so even guys like Greg Popovich, all of his strength stands with the organization is going to back me no matter what. It's not because he woofs at players or he's tough or whatever. It's because the organization is behind him. And what Luke Walton is experiencing right now is an organization that's not 100% behind him.
Could his fortunes change if Anthony Davis finds himself a Laker come a couple days from now?
Winning is the ultimate deodorant, right? So everyone who's upset now because they're not winning, because they're on the outside looking in of this playoff picture, you bring in Anthony Davis. I mean, Anthony Davis and LeBron, that's one heck of a combination. And then that kind of puts all those complaints and grumbles beneath the surface.
So you obviously are the consummate front office insider. Let me ask you this. The talk of Kristaps Porzingis now in Dallas, throwing this stay woke shade at supposedly the Knicks at this point. What does that do? You got a team here who wants to bring in two max players, guys like Kevin Durant. When you look at how Porzingis is going out, when you look at what they have right now, what does the aura around Knicks management do for potential free agents out there as to how they look at that organization?
Trading Porzingis wasn't a move that reflected poorly on the Knicks front office. The thing that reflected poorly was, I think, the exit interview kind of media availability that Steve Mills did, where he talked about Porzingis not wanting to be there, not coming to practices, and kind of details that he didn't really need to share. Because on paper, it was a good basketball move. It was a move for the future, and it was a move based at least partly on kind of uneasiness about his long-term health. And the other bad move, of course, was the screenshot that we saw on Madison Square Garden Network the other day, where it points out on his career resume bullet list, skip this exit interview in 2016, 2017. Those are the bad looks. Those are the things that make people feel like same old business at Madison Square Garden, same old business down at 2 Penn Plaza. But the things that are positive for New York, which is why they should feel confident about a player like Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving coming there, is you have Scott Perry, who is a guy who has an immaculate reputation around the league from his time in Detroit with Joe Dumars and his time in Oklahoma City. And then you also have David Fizdale, who is one of the most beloved coaches in the league, particularly by players who haven't actually played for him. And so they're going to have to bank on the reputation of those two men to kind of erase some of the stench that Madison Square Garden has around
we'll see if that's enough to bring them in.